The main reason I had originally bought my freeze dryer was for my garden, for all the overproduction. You know how everything tends to come on all at once, and there's just only so much fresh stuff you can have at that time. But I wanted the ability to have that I grew myself, that I know is organic, that I know is heirloom seed, what have you, to be able to have it year round. So what I do is when everything's coming on, break out the freeze dryer. So here you can see one of my favorite freeze dry, I guess we'll call them vegetables, is my onions. I will dice them up and I will freeze dry them and I will use them throughout the year. This is a kind of a bigger bag, but that's because I open it and pour it into jars that I have in my kitchen. And then here you'll see it says tomato puree. Our tomatoes tend to come on all at once, and we mostly have them for salsa. Turn around over here. See, we do a whole lot of salsas, and then there's still a whole lot more. And the peppers will have died off because they can't handle the weather as well, so there's still tons more tomatoes. And then what I do is I take them and I freeze dry them, and then I puree them into it's a fine powder. And then, well, what do you do with that, Patty? Well, let me tell you. If I want any soup to be thicker, if I add a little bit of water, I have tomato paste. If I add a little more water, I have tomato sauce. If I add a lot of water, I have tomato juice. So that puree is just amazing. That puree powder is amazing for all kinds of purposes. And it enables me to use those last tomatoes that I just, I'm tired of salsing. I don't want to salsa anymore, but I don't want the tomatoes to go to waste. And I'm able to use those year round, and I have plenty. And then by the time the next season comes around, I'm starting to get a little low, but that's okay. I will freeze dry and puree more.